So A League of Their Own, 1992 film about the Women's Baseball League.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what drew you to that story?
Okay, so Will Graham, who I created it with, approached me. I was still making Broad City, like 2017. And he said, I got this idea. I really would love to make a TV version. And he said, do you want to do it with me? And I was like, how do I say no to that? And then we talked a lot about what we would do.
Yeah.
And so it is a TV adaptation, but I kind of like to think of it as a reimagining because it's a lot of people's favorite movie. And it's very different.
Right.
The movie's over here.
Yeah.
The movie, you can watch the movie whenever you want.
Yeah.
And the TV show will be over here. And so the movie explores the All-American Girls Baseball League, which is great. The movie, I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
As a kid and now. It holds up in a lot of ways. But when we approached this now, in a lot of ways it doesn't hold up. And let me make sure I say this in the way I want to say it. So our reimagining is about, it's sort of like opening up the lens of women in the 1940s that dreamed of playing baseball.
Right.
So it's kind of a two-hander.
Yeah.
I'm one hand.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of what you're used to in the movie, like the All-American Girls League. I go and you will follow my character in that way. And it's also about this character, Max, who's played by Shantae Adams, who's a Black woman. And in the movie, I think you might remember, there's
that one scene.
There's one scene
where the ball rolls.
The ball rolls, and a Black woman picks it up and chucks it back to Gina Davis, and she's like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
And
that's intersectional feminism.
Yes.
Yeah, just one scene.
And Will and I got the chance to talk to Penny Marshall, who directed the film before she passed away. And we got to ask her all these questions. It wasn't a very long conversation, but, she said, I was trying to nod. I almost did a Penny Marshall impersonation, but I'm not going to do that. But she was like, I was trying to acknowledge all these things. And that was like a really quick acknowledgement that like this woman would have been good enough to be on this league, but was not allowed.
Yeah.
And so our show is really examining, this league was an incredible space. We still do not have a professional women's Major League Baseball team now. This is the only time in history that ever happened. And our show is examining, for a lot of people, for a lot of women, white women and white passing women, this allowed them to play professional baseball.
Yeah.
But if you were not in that category, you were not allowed in that door.
Yeah.
And Max is roughly based on 3 women who ended up playing in the Negro Leagues with men, which is incredible. Mamie Johnson, who went to the tryouts and was not allowed on, Connie Morgan, and Tony Stone. And so our show is there's none of the characters from the movie.
Yeah.
But it still, I think, has the spirit of the movie. But it's touching on a lot of things that the movie doesn't, like race, and believe it or not, there's some queer women playing professional baseball.
Yeah.
I guess in the 90s, they weren't aware.
No. Queerness was invented after that.
Yeah. So But the show is pretty queer.
Yeah. It's exciting. I mean, let's just talk about it. There is an inherent queerness that a lot of people read on to the movie, A League of Their Own.
Yes, but like
so gay.
It is kind of a iconically gay movie, but no one's gay. I mean, not even Rosie.
I know. Rosie wasn't even out yet.
I think she was, or maybe she wasn't publicly.
In the late 90s. Not publicly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got a chance to talk to her too about it. Maybe it wasn't, I didn't know when she publicly came out, but she was definitely like.
Yeah.
But she was like.
Practicing queer. Yeah. Exactly.
Let's like make sure the data's right in her Wikipedia.
Yeah. We'll fact check that. too. When did it start for you? That's what I'll ask Rosie personally.
Abbi Jacobson said that you were